Hello, my name is Brian Lasley, Marketing Manager for Beretta Shotguns. I'm here today to talk with you about the new A400 Xtreme, the most technologically advanced semi-auto-loading waterfowl shotgun in the market today. From butt to bore, this gun has all the features and benefits that every waterfowler dreams of, and we're going to discuss those features in detail today. First of all, we've got a 12 gauge, 2 3/4 through 3.5 inch semi-auto-loading shotgun. The gun is capable of cycling any 12 gauge round from 2 3/4 inches all the way up to the heaviest 3.5 inch magnums. The reason that it can do so is because of the blink gas system. This gas system is reliable, durable, and most importantly, very fast. It is capable of shooting 4 rounds in under 1 second. So as quick as you can pull the trigger, the gun will cycle. Another thing that's extremely important to waterfowlers in association with durability is recoil absorption. The newest thing about the A400 Xtreme is an advancement of Beretta's kickoff recoil system. What we have is the stock, as you can see, is separated by a gasket. It's a 2-piece stock. Inside the stock, there are 2 cylinders located here. These cylinders act like shock absorbers in your vehicle. So when force is applied, they soak up that recoil and distribute it evenly amongst those 2 cylinders, and then in conjunction with the recoil pad to absorb the recoil from the heaviest waterfowl loads. There's also another kickoff system here in the pistol grip area. This is the kickoff cubed. So here we have kickoff mega, and here we have kickoff cubed. It's called cube because it's the 3rd shock absorber system within the stock. So what happens is when the gun cycles, the bolt comes back and it hits that piston. So there's a shock absorber for the bolt assembly as well as the entire gun. So when you mount the gun, if you were to shoot, the gun compresses into this gasket and into those 2 pistons for the kickoff mega and then also the kickoff cube. So it's a 3-part system to completely diminish recoil and reduce it by about 70%, which is a huge advantage for waterfowl hunters. The other thing about the kickoff mega system is that you don't get any muzzle rise and muzzle jump. So you have complete control of the gun every time that you fire. This is very important for your 2nd and your 3rd follow-up shot, which is typical with all waterfowling scenarios. So you get a straight, even push, and the recoil comes back on a parallel plane. Even with your cheek, there's no jump, there's no bruising, and the recoil is greatly diminished. Some of the other features about the A400 Xtreme that make it the perfect waterfowl gun, as you can see highlighted by the black areas on the stock, it's got overmolded grip panels. These are rubber inserts basically that help to have a perfect grip on the stock in all weather situations. So as you know, when you're typically out hunting, it's a wet environment, there's a moist environment, you need to have a good grip on your gun to make a good shot. You can definitely do so with the Xtreme. Also, the barrel incorporates Beretta's Stellium technology. It's a proprietary blend of steel materials, and then the process that the barrel goes through of hammer forging and then overbore with the optimal bore HP creates the perfect pattern with any type of non-toxic waterfowl load. Good shot performance is dependent upon a good shotgun barrel, and with the Stellium and the optimal bore HP, you have both of those all rolled into one. Now that we've talked about the recoil reduction capabilities of the A400 Xtreme, we'll talk a little bit about the barrel and pattern performance. What we've got is Beretta's proprietary Stellium barrel. It's a cold hammer forged barrel out of a proprietary blend of steel materials, and it's overbored with our optimal bore HP choke system. This gives you superior pattern performance with all types of non-toxic waterfowl loads, which is important for making quality shots and killing game in the field. For superior corrosion protection, the A400 Xtreme also incorporates Beretta's patented aqua technology. That consists of a system of coatings and protection in and about the gun that help to resist corrosion in any type of environment. That's very important for waterfowl hunting when you're out in a moist environment or a salty environment if you're hunting out in the bay or if you're sea duck hunting, etc., because the internal components will always be protected with corrosion-proof materials for no rust and no corrosion. For perfect adjustment and length of pull settings to make the A400 Xtreme fit you just right, we've included a length of pull kit. Here I have the 1-inch version. So that will adjust the length of pull out 1 inch farther than the current version. Currently, this gun has the 1/2 inch length of pull insert in. So it's 1/2 inch extended from standard length of pull. So you can custom tune the gun to your shooting preference. That's important if, say, you're shooting early teal season and you're just wearing a light jacket or a light coat. You mount the gun, it's got the perfect length of pull for you with the 1/2 inch spacer or with the 1 inch spacer. Then later in the fall, when you're wearing heavier clothes, goose hunting or duck hunting in a pit blind, you might need a shorter length of pull because you've got a thicker layer of clothing on. The A400 Xtreme is customizable for either situation. Another extremely unique feature of the A400 Xtreme is the B-lock magazine cap. As you well know, from time to time you have to clean and disassemble your gun. To do this, with the B-lock cap, you just compress the cap, rotate 60 degrees, or a little over a quarter of a turn, and remove the cap. There's a coupling system in here with associated spring, so instead of having a bunch of threads and a locking system that takes quite a while to put on and remove, you have this coupling system. You can then take the fore end off and then remove the barrel. This is a fairly easy process, and it's sped up by the addition of the B-lock cap. So to illustrate that without the barrel and the fore end on, you put the cap on, push it in, rotate a quarter of a turn, and it's locked in. To remove, push it in, rotate about a quarter of a turn, and take the cap off. It's just that simple. Well, now you've got the down low on the new Beretta A400 Xtreme. For more information on all associated waterfowl clothing, products, and accessories, feel free to visit us at berettausa.com. And also follow us on Facebook and YouTube for product updates and information.